Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today we are playing Entropia Universe. If you guys can't tell, we are on the one and only Stargate-themed moon in Entropia known as Arkadia Moon. It's not really Stargate-themed, I just really sort of feel like this is a Stargate-themed portal, but you know, it is what it is. I don't want to get Entropia Universe or Mind Arc in any sort of copyright trouble. But yeah, the portal sort of reminds me of Stargate. Anyways, we are on Arkadia Moon, and we're going to be doing a 50 PED mining run. So for those of you guys who don't know, Arkadia Moon is one of those places where you go big or you go home. It should be treated sort of like Club Never Die, like the Underground, or any of those places. The claims that you find are going to be a little bit bigger. The range of your finder is going to be a little bit smaller, and there's a good chance that on a 50 PED run, like I'm doing right here, you won't really find too much, and you'll end up going home disappointed. But let's see what happens. Let's give this a shot here. We're just gonna run and keep going. One of the things too, I realized my inventory sort of weight is very high, but what I'm doing is I've got, what is it, in this vehicle, yeah, here we go. Let's pull this open. I have some dung. I'm just running a quick experiment. When I'm in space, if I get shot down, I want to see if that dung is or isn't looted. Also, it's sort of good to carry something like that on you because it's a nice little screw you to whoever shot you, right? They're going to get a little bit of loot that comes out of the loot pool, and then they're going to get your pile of literal shit. So, you know, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, let's get going on this mining run here and see what the Arkadia Moon can do for us today. I'm probably not going to be spending too long on Arkadia Moon, for those of you guys wondering. I want to get back to Calypso to do sort of the normal. Ooh, we got some skeletons here. That's sort of a cool little addition to the lore. I like that. Yeah, so for those of you guys wondering, I'm headed on my way back to Calypso. I might try and hit up Rocktropia and a few other planets before we get back, but I want to go back to Calypso and film some of those like beginner guides that I usually do. I try to do one each year for Entropia Universe, and this year I plan to do sort of the same thing. The guides do take a little bit more time to make, so there is probably going to be a lull in the Entropia Universe content, but just sort of. And when I say lull, I mean I'm not going to be putting out daily videos or anything crazy like that, but you guys will still get videos. You'll still be happy, hopefully, and hopefully we can keep the good vibes flowing into the New Year's. So yeah, for those of you guys wondering what this means there's going to be a 2020 version of the Beginner's Guide to Mining. There's going to be a Beginner's Guide to Hunting. I'll do a beginner's guide to crafting, even though I'm not that great of a crafter. And then, of course, the sort of the video that got me the most attention so far as Entropia Universe content goes, how to make money in Entropia Universe in 2020. Yes, we're going to be talking about that because I know a lot of you guys always have the same questions. A lot of people want to know how to do this, and I want to help them out, honestly. As a free-to-play player, as a player who has never deposited into Entropia Universe, I have sort of a unique perspective on this, and as the years go by, my perspective gets less and less unique, because at this point, I'm a little bit more like a depositor than a non-depositor, because I'm no longer sort of sitting here trying to make ends meet. I've got my deeds paying me. They pay me weekly or daily, and I use that money to play with. Some people have also claimed that I use Entropia Universe YouTube money to play. That's not true. As far as everything's concerned, I literally deposit nothing. I've never made a deposit into Entropia. Actually, all right, I've got to get this off my chest. I've made one deposit into Entropia Universe, and it's not what you guys think. So there is a case. I've been lying, sort of. Back in the day, there's this thing called Ucash, okay? You basically go to the store, you get like a little voucher that gives you a number, and then you can use that like a credit card, and you could use that to deposit. Ucash was only available, I believe, in Europe. You guys can double check me here. And at that time, I'd never been to Europe, but one of my friends in Entropia Universe, ooh, we got a nice little claim there, that's sort of good. One of my friends in Entropia Universe, okay, they did live in Europe. So I told them I wanted the Ucash gun because I like having all that sort of, I like having that stuff, right? Like, you guys know me, I'm a bit of a collector. I liked having it. So I said to them, hey, can you get me one of these certificates next time you're at like 7-Eleven or wherever they're selling this? and I'll give you 100 PEDs in game. You give me the certificate, I get the gun, everybody's happy. So we went ahead and did that, and that was the only time I've ever done anything close to depositing in Entropia Universe. And I don't count that as a deposit because I literally gave PEDs for the code that I then entered into Entropia Universe, and you know, that got me the gun that I wanted, and that worked out for everybody, right? It's basically the same thing as buying a code. I just transferred them the PEDs. Everybody was cool with it. I got a gun. Great times all around, right? Like, and this person deposited, right? So I just told them, hey, next time you're going to do a deposit, I can just give you, you know, the PEDs. You give me the card. I use the card to deposit. I get the cool gun. And that's what we did. So I have deposited once in Entropia Universe, and this was way back, like many years ago, and we're talking about a $100, or not $100, 100 PEDs, which would be like 10 USD that I spent on that. And I don't count that as a deposit. If you guys do, then I've been lying this whole time, I guess. But yeah, other than that, I've never deposited in Entropia Universe, and I've never actually used money that I made in real life or at a job or anywhere else to put into the game, and I think that's what non-depositor means, in my opinion. Anyways, YouTube funds, just to get back to this, no money that I make off of YouTube goes into Entropia Universe, and for those of you, like a lot of people say my channel's profitable, just because I've seen people saying this, like, oh yeah, just, you know, upload videos and you'll end up making money off of Entropia Universe and you can withdraw. Like, well, you know, it took a while to build this channel up, A, and B, you're not gonna make money off of a run like this. If you guys are watching this, we're doing a 50 PED run. We're probably gonna lose a bit on this, right? And when you lose like that, it's very hard to make your money back in YouTube, especially when you're getting, this video is probably going to get what, 200 to 300 views. That's probably worth a couple cents, right? Maybe 10, 20, 30 cents, something like that. So like that's, yeah. If I lose more than 6 PEDs, I don't get it back. But I have said this is a weird way of withdrawing from Entropia Universe. I'm basically playing the game, paying to play the game because I'm losing money that deeds make me, but then I get it back in some of the YouTube revenue sometimes, or I get a little bit back. So it's a very taxing withdrawal method that, in my opinion, Mondarch should encourage because it gets them a little bit of free press, right? They don't have to do anything. They actually get paid for it. And for me it works because, you know, it is what it is. And I like the attention, let's be honest. I don't do YouTube because I like the big checks that YouTube sends me, because they don't actually do that. I do YouTube because I like the community and talking with everybody and everything like that. But yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm a non-depositor, but I do have, also, just so this is clear, I do have Moon Deeds, for those of you guys wondering. Right here, Arkadia Moon Deeds. I've got 14 of them. And the way I got those is because I traded in my Compat Deeds for Moon Deeds, because Compat was pretty much dead, so I figured why not trade those in for Moon Deeds and see how it does. The Moon hasn't been returning too nicely recently. Let's go ahead and check that out. PED Flow Center. So let's go to the Flow Center right here. Here you can see my CLD revenue, 74 PEDs. That's pretty nice. That's been bumped up because of the Halloween Mayhem. So this is 53 PEDs right here. And then you can see Halloween Mayhem starts, and now we're in the 70s. Not too bad. You guys are really coming back in force for Halloween Mayhem. As far as Moon Deeds go, here you can see my Arkadia Underground Deeds paying out a nice 1 PED almost every day. We skipped one day. Ooh, we got another claim. So yeah, there's one day that was skipped, and then yeah, no payouts from Arkadia Moon for the last while, actually. Geez, that's rougher than I expected, to be honest. Ooh, Goldstone, that's a good one, I think. So yeah, look at that. The last payout was on the 4th, and you can see right now it's the 12th. So it's been 8 days since my last payout. That's honestly a little rough for Arkadia Moon. And like I've actually seen like one other player on the moon when I landed, so that was sort of cool. Ooh, we got some gold. I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I don't think I can sell this on auction. I'm sort of in a little bit of a pickle here because I've got gold now and iron. I've got to figure out what to do with that because The moon is not one of those places. Actually, the auction might be hooked up. I've got to check the auction to see if it's hooked up to Arkadia. But if it's not, it's going to be a little bit of a rough trip here. I don't know how I'm going to get that stuff out of there. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear, right? See how it goes. So yeah, the Arkadia Moon deeds, as you can see, they haven't paid out in a while. It's looking a bit rough. I don't know. We're gonna have to just play it by ear and see what happens. Go from there, I guess. Looks like we've got something over here. What is this? We've got some NPCs. You can see that because you see that little those little dots on the radar. Let's try and climb this. Can we? Let's drop a probe right here. I try not to disappoint. I try to mine in weird locations and see what happens. You never know. Worst case scenario, I don't find anything. Oh wow, we've got a lot of... Oh, look at this. Look at this. It looks like we've stumbled upon a place that I did not know about, right? Yeah, I don't have any anything here. Oh, alright, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh, we didn't take too much damage. Can we mine in here? Oh, we can. Okay. Interesting. I didn't think I'd be able to mine in there, to be honest. So we've got a lot of NPCs here. This is obviously like another thing. Okay, so this is just a respawn station. It looks like I thought there'd be a teleporter here or something like that, but it looks like this is just like a... There should be a teleporter. It looks like they want to put a teleporter here, but this is like a currently being built colony or something like that. That's one of the things I really do love about the moon, right? They've actually populated it with NPCs. They put a lot of time into it. Like you can, well, you can't talk to them, but it would be cool if you could talk to everybody, but you can't. Actually, real quick here. As long as we're here, let's make a little deposit. There we go. All right. So we're just dropping the dung off, and we're gonna get going on this run. What is downstairs? I'm curious. I'm sorry, folks. I know now we're like diverging, but I'm very curious how this. What do we have down here? Ooh. We have a little bit of a manufacturing center. It looks like this is some sort of water processing system or something that's going on here. You got some more terminals. Who do we have down here? Anyone? See, there's no one we can talk to. I'd love to find out the story behind this, because this is one of the things that they like did right. Like, look at that danger zone. So you can. So let's see if we can't look at this. Lab database. Suspicious activity detected. Interesting. This is one of the things I really do like, and this is like here, right? Like you can see all the colonists are sort of sleeping here. Some people have their laptops out. You go around, you got these water tanks or whatever that are probably used to grow. Yeah, because we're in a little like biodome here. That's probably used to grow the grass outside. You got manufacturing terminals. Like they really... They paid attention to the detail a lot more than a lot of other planets have done. There's a lot of areas in Entropia Universe that I'll get on and I'll feel like, oh yeah, this is a little sloppy the way they did it, right? The moon, I've never felt that way about. Like, oop, I just dropped the probe on pavement. Oh, I am so sorry, people in the laboratory. There was just a mining probe that just went flying down through the laboratory, I guess. Actually, that would be very cool if we could if I could have someone stand in the laboratory and see if that probe like actually comes through. I doubt it does, but that would be so cool if it did. But yeah, it's just so cool that they actually thought about this, right? Like again, you've got beds here, you've got a database, you've got some screens. Like you can actually see that this is like a security control system, right? Like you can actually see what's going on. I don't know why this guy's wearing a tux, but whatever, teach their own. But you can actually see, like, there's some thought that went into this, right? Like, they're like, all right, what would be the perfect biodome? What do they need? They need a security system. They need water purification systems. Like, they thought about it, and they put the time in to actually create those sorts of systems. And I really do like to see that. That's one of the things that I've always said Entropia Universe is missing. And the fact that they actually put it on the moon is... it's one of the things I really do like about the moon, and in a way, like, I'd love to see the moon succeed just because of things like this. The fact that they paid attention to details, that, like, running around, you actually do get to see, I don't know what I just did, you do get to see some, like, very cool stuff So like, it's a cool place to explore. I'll definitely say that. I feel like it's out of, if we're considering it to be an alpha when it released, I feel like it's out of alpha stage, like at this point. And if it wasn't for the deeds, I'd have nothing bad to say about this. This has honestly been, it's an amazing like job that they've done with this. They've put in a lot of little details that you wouldn't expect. They've done a lot of things that sort of go above and beyond, right? They're not just looking for money, they're looking to create a story here. And that's something that I really do love, and something that Entropia Universe desperately needs. So yeah, like, if you guys are running around, you know, whether I make money or not on this run, and Arkadia Moon's a cool place to come just to check it out and see what's up. And yeah, like, the deeds, they, you know, if they paid out once every week, and they're paying out 1 PEC, let's say the deeds are paying out 1 PEC a week, because a lot of you guys probably want to see some deed talk here, and we did do that earlier, but we'll do it again. Yeah, if they're paying out 1 PEC a week, if you do the math on that, that's about the same as an Arkadia Underground. No, it's about 1/7 of what an Arkadia Underground deed does. So like, yeah, it's a little rough, right? Like, there's gonna be events and stuff like that that boost it up, but make your own decisions. But like 40 PDs or 50 or whatever they're charging for the deeds does seem a little steep in my opinion. Plus, I'd like to see these things come out to auction, because if the price is right, I definitely buy them. Like, whoever's designed Arkadia Moon, like, they're in it for the long haul. They're looking to make a story. They're looking to craft something. And if they continue to do that, I think there's a huge potential for it. So I'd love to see where it goes. And I'd almost buy the deeds with PEDs just to see where it goes. The fact that I'm a non-depositor means that I miss out on these deeds, that I can't do anything with these deeds just because you've got to deposit to get them. Or back in the day, I would have had to buy a lot of compat deeds. Obviously, I bought some, but I'm not going to buy more compat deeds. Like, I wasn't going to buy more compat deeds so I can convert them to Arkadia Moon deeds, because compat deed holders did lose out a little bit in the conversion, but of course they did, because, you know, compat deeds failed. If you invest in something that fails and a company offers to bail you out anyways, that's an extremely gracious offer. The fact that Mindark was willing to bail everybody, including me, out on compat was pretty cool of them, honestly. Like, that was a really nice gesture, and I really did appreciate that. So that was one of the things I was very surprised with. Usually, like, if I buy a stock and it fails, that's on me. Like, it's like tough shit cereal. You're losing your money. Well, the stock technically goes into bankruptcy. Maybe you can get some money back, but generally, if a company goes bankrupt and you're a stockholder and you're not holding premium shares or anything like that, you pretty much lost your money, right? The fact that, you know, we all held compat deeds, or at least I did. I don't know about you guys. We had compat deeds, and then just managed to still get something back was very gracious of Mindark, and I really did appreciate that. I feel it. Let's drop another probe. We're doubling up. First time on this run. Let's see if that rewards us. Probably won't, though. What are the chances of 2 claims being in the same spot? Pretty grim, I guess. Anyways, let's keep this thing going here. Slowly circling around, seeing what we can and can't do. So yeah, what else is there to talk about? Oh, I'm probably going to make a whole different video about this, but actually, I'm excited about this. I've got a vacation coming up. I know you guys are like, Serial, you take vacations all the time. I know I do, but I love traveling. I love exploring. I love seeing new cultures, meeting new people, seeing new things. I don't meet so many people anymore when I'm traveling. Like, I used to do the whole thing where I'd do like the backpacker thing, right? Like, be the kid or the guy that you saw with, this looks interesting. I'd be the guy that you saw with like that big backpack, not big backpack, but a backpack on. I'd have like 1 week's worth of clothes inside that, and I'd just be going around Europe, right? Like, super cheap, super easy to do. Honestly, like, my first trip, I was out for 3 months, and whole thing probably cost like $3,000 to $4,000, which is really good for 3 months of traveling, in my opinion. I was doing buses, doing everything I could to like maximize the time and minimize the cost. So, you know, traveling by bus and doing all sorts of very interesting travel ways. But I'm beyond that now, right? Like, I've got a job. I can't just disappear for 3 months. I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to do that again. Like, that would be a dream job if somehow I could just work for 9 months, take 3 months off to travel. Even if I took a huge hit to my pay, I'd do it. Anyways, yeah, I'm sort of excited. I'm gonna be taking a trip, and I will be going to England, specifically London. So if any of you guys have any suggestions as far as where to go, feel free to let me know. Yeah, obviously, like Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Tower of London, all of that stuff. Like I know about Camden markets, the borough, stuff like not boroughs. Boroughs is a New York thing, but I know about a few of those districts and stuff like that. But I really would appreciate any sort of recommendations that you guys have as far as what to do, what's good to do down there and or up there, and everything like that. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to leave them down below. And yeah, as far as money goes, like that's not an issue. Like I'm not gonna be spending like 500 pounds or something ridiculous on a meal. But if it's like I've seen a few like three. I think there's what is it? It's called it starts with an S. There's a restaurant there. I forget. It starts with an S, but it's got like a 3 Michelin star like area, like part of the restaurant. I am thinking about going to that. I've heard it's worth it, so I'm like, oh, I'll go to that. I think it's like 50 or 70 pounds a plate, basically, which that is within my budget. Like, not to give too much away, but like I'm fine paying that. Like it's costing a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to travel, so like if I'm going somewhere and there's a meal I think's worth it, I'm more than happy to do it. But I'm not gonna that's not gonna be my every meal. And honestly, like I've saved a ton of money like going into it just because I've been like dieting, so I'm not going out. I've stopped going out. I've stopped going out for drinks, and honestly, like that's saved enough money that I'm like, yeah, I definitely I've saved enough. I deserve it. Go out for a nice meal. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below. I do know about the serial killer restaurant, but besides for going there just to take a quick picture, I'm not sure if it's worth eating there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And this is the first time I think that I've actually asked people for any sort of recommendations. So yeah, like if you guys have any good ones, feel free to leave them down below. And if you guys leave me some good recommendations, I'll definitely be hitting everybody up again next time I'm going on a trip somewhere that I don't know. But yeah, that's ooh, what do we have here? We got some fruit, and I'm running in a circle. I hit the wrong button. We picked up some fruit now. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations or anything like that, because yeah, it's one of my dreams. Like honestly, I've always wanted to go to England. I've always wanted I want to visit Ireland, like Glasgow, and that's Scotland. Dublin and Glasgow, like Scotland specifically. I wanted to visit those two countries, but London has always been a huge dream of mine. And surprisingly enough, as much as I've traveled, that's just one of the countries I've never been to, because when I was doing the whole budget travel thing, like I just talked about, I couldn't go there because it was, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to go to London. And then after that, I just never got the opportunity. Like plans were made, and then people like ditched on me, and I'm just like, I don't want to go on my own. So yeah, it's an exciting like thing for me. And yeah, if you guys can help make it better, that'd be awesome. So yeah, that's the end of this run. We're headed back right now to the teleporter. We're gonna total everything up, see where we're at, and then go from there. But yeah, hopefully this run didn't do too bad. We went out with 50 PEDs. There's no decay or anything like that. It looks like we're probably going to be coming back with somewhere around like 30 to 40 PEDs. Slight loss, not too bad. I'm not too upset with that. And honestly, like I didn't expect to be making a ton of money just because I know there's not that many people hunting here. So if loot pools are divided, like a lot of people think they are, by planets and stuff like that, there's not too high of a percentage of loot for me to really like take, right? Like if the loot pool is 100 PEDs and I put in 90, at most I can make 10 PEDs, right? But the loot pool has to like keep sustaining itself, so it'll probably take some money for me. So I sort of expected that. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, there might be something where like Mindark splits loot between planets and stuff like that, so no one planet can just be completely like devoid of life because of a loot pool. But yeah, let's head around and see where we're at. And obviously, there are things they can do, like drop fruit, drop high markup items. That would honestly be the way to go. Like anytime a new planet or new area is released, to have it drop some like very good, very useful high markup items, because then players will come there to buy them, and the return is going to be all it's going to be all TT based. It's going to be all like player based, right? Like if players are willing to pay more for an item, that's great, but that's not MindArt giving out more money through its purse. Let's go through the Stargate. Oh, and we didn't go anywhere. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't expect anything to happen. I just wanted to make a big deal out of nothing. So let's head up here. Let's see if we can't find a trade terminal. Ooh, and there's a trade terminal. What is this? Ooh, this looks like some sort of evil headquarters. We got. Is this might be the plan? This is the plan for the moon. This is what they're planning to do. Maybe. It's very cool. See, this is the thing. Like, I love the thought that they put into this. Like, every time I'm on the moon, there's something new I discover that's like, they really did a good job with this. And yeah, you know, again, discovered something, and gotta say, they did a good job with it. So let's dump all this into the trade terminal. Oh, not bad actually. 40 PEDs in TT return. If you look at this, like gold has a pretty good markup to it. Actually, let's go ahead and convert some of this stuff because I sort of know where Greece and all this stuff isn't that impressive of a markup, right? Like we're not getting huge returns on this, but with gold, I'm not 100% sure what the return is. So I wanna go ahead and test it out. So let's go ahead and convert this. We're gonna get 4 gold ores or ingots. Alright, so here's our gold. What's the markup on this? 118% still. Okay, I don't know what I expected. Gold used to be way rarer back in the day, so I was sort of excited about that, but it's still cool to loot because it's something I don't see often. So I always like that. Anytime I get to loot something I don't see, I get excited. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have questions, comments, or advice for what I should do on my trip, feel free to leave them down below. But anyways, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Peace.